in my
And here were the Bulls earlier, filling into the... And a look at the starters for the Bulls. Trey Lyles is out there with Richaun Holmes. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Buzelis in at the 3. And for Boston, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Brown in at the 3. The small forward fires for 3. And with all the analysis we do going into a season, some things you just can't predict, Doris.
The unexpected always arises in this particular league. Whether it's a new face, whether there's a key injury, the narrative is always changing from week to week.
Lyles' shot is good.
Simons has a shoot-first mindset, but he also takes great pride in making plays for others.
Tatum passes to Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And it's just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Lyles. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. From deep, Giddey. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Boy, if this becomes a consistent part of Josh Giddey's game, look out, because that three-point shot's going to make him so dangerous.
Three-pointer Pritchard drains the triple.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Chicago passing it around. Pass to Buzelis. Back to Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Out to Simons. Back to Holmes. Now here's Giddey, covered by Milton. Fires the 3. And it's Lyles missing.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Milton, no good.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Outside Giddey. Simons finds Giddey. Drills it from deep. Giddey's got 6.
Now this is going to help Josh Giddey's game. Boy, the confidence will rise if he can make these catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Chicago leading by 4. Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
Here's Brown. Chicago making their last shot to the inside. The kick to Tatum. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
His offensive effort has really gone unmatched as of late. When it comes to that end of the floor, he's been accurate and explosive. Hard for any defense to keep up with that.
Shot clock at 2. Pritchard, no good. And it's Giddey with the ball for the Bulls. 4-point game. And he makes it on the layup. 10 points for him.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
And first time out of the game called for Boston.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
So Boston ends up going with a new group, and a new group getting ready for Chicago. Tice is checked in for Holmes. Knox comes in for Lyles. Joseph is checked in for Giddey. And it's Morris in for Simons. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And it's Knox missing. Celtics trail by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Inside. Tice outside to the left wing. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Knox. Nails it from beyond the arc.
This guy has excellent shot mechanics. Kevin Knox from 3, no problem.
Here's Shireman. With the drive. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Knox, the pass to Joseph. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. Another 3 for Chicago.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Gonzalez. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the bucket is good. Bulls leading by 6. Here's Knox. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Knox has got 9.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Shireman. Here's Walsh. From the arc. Gonzalez misses. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Knox. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Pass to Gonzalez. Not going to go that time.
The defensive breakdown gives him a wide open look, but he can't take advantage.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls.
The Celtics 13, the Bulls 22.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
On the court for the Bulls, we've got Anthony Simons. Trey Lyles is out there with Daniel Tice. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Knox in at the small forward position. Here's Pritchard. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Simons outside. Here's Knox. Three-pointer, no good. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
Down low. And he slams it in one-handed.
Assist goes
And
to
breaking out the
Kevin
one-hand
Knox, the
slam.
second.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Knox the pass to Tice. Lets it fly. And there's another one for the Bulls.
The second.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Out to the right wing. Three-pointer, Pritchard. Tice grabs the miss. Bulls leading by 7. Here's Knox. 14 points for him. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Kevin Knox knows he's got it going, and he just keeps cooking.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Boston making a switch here. Cade is checked in. Holmes, he's checked in for Chicago. Outside, Brown. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. Well, he's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you, Ryan.
He's come a long way. All right, Allie, thank you. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Pritchard. In today's game, it seems like running a good offense can come down to getting favorable switches doors.
It does, B.A. You see so many of the great teams, those competing for championships. What is their primary goal on offense? Find the weakest target defensively and go at them.
Here's Knox. 20 points for him. From outside, off the mark. And Boston pushing it up now. Oh, Brown just throws it down.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. Coming off a win against the Hornets.
They were really able to exploit that defense. I mean, getting almost any shot they wanted. It was that easy.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this, they caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Milton passes to Gonzalez. Hauser outside from downtown, and he buries his first look.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, trying to cut into that deficit.
Here's Lyles. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Celtics trail by 6. Outside Milton.
2 minutes remaining.
And there it is for him. Milton's got 6 in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Offensive board. Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
And it's Knox missing.
So disruptive defensively out beyond the arc.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so here is Chicago following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's Knox. No good on the three. Boston has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
From deep, Giddey. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
Nice look inside from Tatum.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They need this. Lyles' shot is good. Lyles has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Much more efficient this quarter. Feeling more and more confident.
Tatum from long range. Here's Gonzalez. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 1.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box
End of
out.
the first half with the score, the Celtics.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The game plan did not work out for Boston in the first quarter. As hard as they tried to compete. And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Shake Milton out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Gonzalez in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Doris at just 26 years old. Jason Tatum has his first title with the Celtics in 2024.
B.A., after he won the title, his first line was, "What are they going to say now?" This guy has done nothing but win from the time he entered the league. He is underappreciated as a big-time superstar. And guess what? There's a long way to go in his career. Boy, over the years, Tatum has really mastered the art of drawing fouls.
And so he hits both. The Bulls trail by 3. Knocks it loose. Milton with a steal. And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Lyles. Shoots over Pritchard. Boston with a rebound.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Bulls foul.
Garza's checked in for Boston. Then for Chicago, Tice is checked in for Lyles. Joseph comes in for Giddey. And it's Morris in for Simons. Here's Tatum attacking. Here's an 8-footer. Chicago grabs the miss. Holmes has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Buzelis. The 3. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Timeout called, the Bulls.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And Boston with some changes. Walsh is checked in for Tatum. Shireman comes in for Milton. Then for Chicago, Knox comes in for Buzelis. And Giddey subbed in for Morris.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Brown passes to Pritchard. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Here's Giddey. That puts him in the lead. Giddey's got 17.
To me, it's the ability to facilitate that enhances Josh Giddey as a scorer. You've got to play him for both, and right now he's cooking the defense.
So it's Boston now, trailing by 2. Pass to Shireman. And there's a defensive 3-second call. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. And the technical free throw is good. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Walsh. This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Walsh has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. From deep, Giddey sinks it from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Brown passes to Garza. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Giddey. Here's Knox. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Walsh. Brown scanning the floor. Yes! And the foul! It's on Daniel Tice.
Boy, what terrific body control. Jaylen Brown, so athletic, loves to compete, love it.
Hauser, he's checked in for Garza.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. Boston making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Here's Pritchard following the three-point basket by Chicago. Shot from the low post is good. Pritchard's got 13. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
From deep, Giddey. Another three for Chicago.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Celtics. 2-point game. Right wing. Launches it. And the basket by Shireman. Give him 8 points now.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now here's Pritchard. He's got 13. A nice shot by Walsh. And now a 3-point Boston lead.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
From Pete Giddey. Boston pulls it in. Now here's Pritchard, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Here's Knox. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Knox has got 23 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Timeout called. The Celtics.
Let's see which
For Chicago, Ellis is checked in for Holmes. Simons comes in for Joseph. And it's Morris in for Knox. Queta, pass to Hauser. Here's Gonzalez. Outside Milton.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Bulls have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the third. From deep, Giddey. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Tatum passes to Queta. Milton against Simons. Back to Tatum from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Morris outside. On the wing, Simons. From deep, Giddey. And that's not going to go. And so it's Josh Giddey making highlights for Chicago. He was money from deep.
Chicago, 66.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And for Chicago, let's take a look. Anthony Simons out there with Monte Morris. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Tice in at the center position. Morris can't hit. Boston's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Here's Hauser. Off the mark there with a 3.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Tice passes to Morris. Beyond the arc. Lyles' shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And the Celtics shooting great. 62% from the field and continuing to get it done. Tatum, good.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Here's Lyles. Another 3 for Chicago.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Milton. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
I mean, he's just so electric. Simon's putting on a show.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Hauser outside. There's the triple. Here's Garza. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Garza's gotten his first basket of the night.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
No doubt keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Boston making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Then for Chicago, Rashawn Holmes. He's checked in for Tice. And Joseph is subbed in for Simons. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Okay, thanks, Allie. To the left side wing. Back to Morris. Takes the three. Lyles' shot is good. Lyles has got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Back to Holmes. Fires from deep. And it's Lyles missing. Celtics trail by 7. Pass to Pritchard. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And Holmes with the block. Here's Buzelis. Hounded by Tatum. Morris for 3. A rebound by Jason Tatum. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. And here's Brown for 3. They get it back. Garza uses the glass to finish the layup. Garza's got 4 points in the quarter.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Here's Lyles. Hits the trifecta. Lyles has got 24 points.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And while we have a moment here, let's take a look at our player of the game, someone who really took over and earned this award tonight.
Yeah, he was really locked and dialed in from deep tonight. It's really incredible watching someone drain 8 threes in one game, but he made it look so easy, which is just incredible.
Basket's good.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Bulls leading by 6. Pass to Giddey. Back to Simons. Chicago passing it around. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
Tatum from long range. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Lyles. Here's Holmes. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Tatum showing off the strength.
My goodness, the ability to adjust to defenders all around him makes Jason Tatum special. That's big-time hoops, folks.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
That one is off. Giddey with a defensive effort. Chicago leading. To the right side. Holmes passes to Giddey. The 3 is up. Here's Lyles. Lets a 3 fly. And Milton pulls it down. Simons with a steal. Pass to Giddey. Over to the left wing. 3-pointer, Buzelis. Boston pulls it in.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. To the paint. Here's Holmes. The 3 is up. Buzelis, that was good. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And that's a promising shot for Buzelis.
And here's Brown for 3. And they recover it. Simons with a rebound. So it's